In this video, we're going to talk about retail treasury bonds. Why are they the safest, low-risk investment for Filipinos? So if you want to know more on how you can invest in them, check this video out. Hey guys, so we're here again for another basic video. This time we're gonna talk about retail treasury bonds. What are they? What are the basics of retail treasury bonds and how you can invest in them? And why am I so passionate about it as well? As you all know, I love the stock market. I believe the stock market is one of the greatest investments for Filipinos to make their money work hard for them. But it's not just about finding one investment. It's about creating multiple sources, multiple streams of income that will work hard for you. So how do you make money from retail treasury bonds, and what is it exactly? Number one, retail treasury bonds are basically this. It's just debt. Meaning, the government needs money to fund its projects, build, or whatever projects that they have in store. And for them to be able to raise money, they borrow. So essentially, retail treasury bonds is this. You are lending money to the Philippine government. And since it's debt, since you're lending money, similar to how it works with the bank, every time you lend money, you make money via interest. So when you're talking about retail treasury bonds, you're lending money to the Philippine government, to the Bureau of Treasury. In turn, they are paying you a set number of interest for a set period of time. So it can be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but as long as you lend them money, they will have to pay you interest throughout that duration. So meaning, you place 5,000 pesos, you place 50,000 pesos, you place 100,000 pesos. The expectation there is this. After the period of time that they said that they will borrow it, say 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, you place 100,000, your 100,000, you will get it back in full. But what makes it interesting is this. While you are waiting for them to bring it back, the 100,000 in full, you will be paid interest during that period of time. So if it's 10 years, normally you get paid every quarter. So when we're talking about passive income for life, this is passive income for life. This is cash flow for life. For those of you who made money from the markets, for those of you who are business persons that want to at least pocket your gains, this is a very, very, very good investment for you. Or, here's the thing, if you are a very risk-averse person and you still want to make more than time deposits, then this is for you. I've been harping on this investment for a very, very long time, but Filipinos have not really invested in it as much. You will make much, much more than what time deposits and savings accounts would give you, and your risk is very, very minimal. I could even push to say that it's even risk-free. This is the only investment, one of the very, very few investments that are risk-free, that will crush time deposits, because since it's the government borrowing money, they will guarantee it. Since it's the government borrowing money, whatever happens, you place 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 pesos, 500,000 pesos, your capital is guaranteed. The Philippine government will make sure that your money is guaranteed, and the interest that you're getting is also guaranteed as well. Now, if you're so interested about this and you want to know more, comment below, I'm interested. Comment below, I'm learning, and we will proceed on the following. What are the steps on how you can actually start? And here's the good news for it. Since everything now is online, you can now open your retail treasury bonds also online. Even if you're an OFW, even if you have a hard time going to the banks. And here's the thing, I know a lot of business people, I know a lot of employees who are busy with the grind of work, that can't go out of the office, can't spend time to actually fill out those forms. Since everything now is online, good news, it's paperless, and you can do it right after this video. So let's start. First things first, couple of websites that you need to know, and I'll try to put the links below for those who want to know more about it. But number one, you just have to go to the Bureau of Treasury's website, treasury.gov.ph, and let's look at the details. So you will see here that the bond is basically 3 years. So what does that mean? The RTB, Retail Treasury Bond. In a 3-year period, your money, whatever capital you would give the Bureau of Treasury, they will return it to you in full. Plus, you get a 4.375 interest per annum. So every year, it's 4.375. A lot of people are asking per month, but no, it's per annum. But when I said you get paid quarterly, you don't get paid 4.375 per quarter. You get paid 4.375 divided by 4 on a yearly basis. So ano yun, naka-stagger or naka-cut yun per quarter. Anyways, so just to give you, what I like about their website is this. Just to give you also a comparison, for example, you would put, say, 5,000 pesos because that's the minimum. By the way, one of the reasons why I like it also is the minimum amount for you to be able to open retail treasury bonds is 5,000 pesos. So meaning, it's not as expensive. It's cheaper to open a retail treasury bond than starting your own business. It's cheaper to open a retail treasury bond than doing other things. And people always think that anytime that it's not a bank product, anytime that it's not savings accounts, it costs a lot of money. Since this is retail treasury bonds, you don't need to be a millionaire to be able to start it. Anyways, if you put 5,000 pesos, guess what? It will already show you how much you will earn over a 3-year period. By the way, I forgot to mention this. Bonds, you will still have to pay taxes. There's withholding tax attached to it. In preferred shares, you have 10%. In bonds, you have 20% withholding tax, meaning whatever you earn, if you earn 100 pesos, they will deduct 20 pesos from it or 20% off of it. Anyways, 5,000 head-to-head. RTBs, which will virtually crush time deposits, 5,000 pesos in RTBs, 5,000 pesos in time deposits. You will get 525 in 3 years. For RTBs. For time deposits, you will get 135 pesos only. But if you scale it, let's say you put 100,000 pesos, your 100,000 pesos over 3 years will earn 10,500. Time deposits will only earn 2,700. Now you're seeing the difference. It's now almost times 4 of what you will get in time deposits. Guess what? This is time deposits pa. If you have savings accounts, the interest of that is much, much smaller. So RTBs will crush savings accounts, current accounts, and also time deposits. And it's so amazing because it's risk-free. Anyways, if you scale it even further, it will, if you place, let's say 500,000 pesos na lang, because one account you can put 500,000 pesos. It's 52,500 interest that you will earn in 3 years versus only 13,500 from the banks. Now, the reason why I'm making this video right now is so that you need to actually, there's a sense of urgency for you to open, because the offer period, the only time you get to access it initially is from January 28th to February 6th. So since it's the end of January already, you just have a few days for you to be able to go for it. And here are the positive things, and here are the things that I like about it. Number one, since I said it's 5,000 pesos, it's affordable. Number two, it's convenient. Number three, it's low risk because the government will guarantee it. It's relatively short term, 3 years. So it's if it's not something that you will plan to use for like your retirement, this is something that you can put here since it's a short-term placement. Then of course, it's better than time deposits. It's negotiable and transferable, meaning if you want to take it out, you can sell it on the secondary market. The fees and the dynamics will change when you sell it over the secondary market, and there will be some fluctuations already when you start selling it there. And lastly, there are quarterly payments given. So that's what makes it so interesting. Now, if you want to open it, here's the thing. There's two ways. For those who've been following my videos on investing in the stock market and you already have accounts with First Metro Securities, the easiest way for you to go about it is from your First Metro Securities account. You can just buy it from there. You can just have it lodged from there. Or if you don't have your First Metro Securities account yet, here's how you can do it. That's why I said because of the internet, you can do it online. You just have to go to First Metro Securities, firstmetrosec.com.ph. And here are the steps. So step 1, 2, and 3 are for people who do not have accounts yet with First Metro Sec. So number 1, create a First Metro Sec online trading account. I created a video on how you can create your own account. I'll put it on the link below as well. But if you are a Metro Bank holder, it's much easier for you to be able to open because everything is online and you don't even have to put any cash to be able to start. Then step number 3, this is for everyone who want to open the account. Everything is online, meaning no papers already, no paperwork, no printing, no passing everything in the office, because everything can be done online. Please ready your TIN number because that's one of the most important things that you need to slot in there, and that's one of the biggest questions people would ask me. Then after that, after you've already set up your account, so if for new people who do not have their accounts yet, you need to go to step 1, 2, and 3 yet, because everything you need for you to be able to buy online comes via First Metro Securities. Then, for those who already have accounts, once you have your account, you can already buy the RTB. It's called RTB 23, Retail Treasury Bond 23 via the Bureau of Treasury. So just go back to www.treasury.gov.ph. Then you should press the link that will lead you to this. This is what will allow you to start buying, or at least start ordering it. So you just have to fill out the details here. You will have a reference number, the amount that you want to invest, your name, your birthday, your gender, country of reference, etc., and all of the other details. Then you have to put in the account name, your particular account name, then your settlement bank. Since we're using First Metro Securities, you just have to tick here First Metro Bank or First Metro Sec, then you are done. Please make sure though that if you're getting 100,000, if you're getting 50,000, if you're getting 25,000, you have to fund that exact amount in your cash position, because that's where it will be deducted. So how do you make it happen? How do you transfer the money? The First Metro Sec has processes for it, but you can either pay it online bills, or you can also just transfer over-the-counter transfer for you to be able to put that money into the account. So for those who are investing in the stock market already and know the normal process on how you fund your accounts, it's just the same. You just have to put it in your cash position. If it's in your cash position already, then by the time everything gets processed, they will just deduct it to your account. Then after the 3-year period, the money will go back there. But people will ask, how do I get my interest? Your interest will arrive quarterly, and it will be part of the cash position of your First Metro Sec account. So that's basically it. I highly recommend this to a lot of people, that if you want to earn more than time deposits, you want to earn more than savings accounts, and you want you're risk averse, you want something that's relatively safe, then this is something for you. I highly suggest this to a lot of people as a good entry level investment, because it has low risk. It's not something that will lose your shirt. There's no volatility. It won't go, your money won't go to zero. Then it's backed by the government. So I remember one of my first investments, one of my first retail treasury bond investments was 2010. With my girlfriend back then. It was one of our first dates. We got it around 7.2%. Then we got a 10-year bond. So it's about to mature this August. So the money that I placed 10 years ago, I'm about to receive the whole amount of it. Plus, I have been receiving the interest over the past 10 years. That's why passive income is amazing, because I'm doing this video right here, right now, but whatever I placed in those retail treasury bonds 10 years ago have been working hard for me. So your goal is to stockpile a set of investments, a set of assets, no matter how small it is. People are saying, "Pare Marvin, if I just have 5,000 pesos, then it won't really make a dent. It really won't be a lot of money." Guess what? You start with what you have. You start with 5,000 pesos. You be faithful with what you have right now. And then when there's more offerings coming in the future, you put in more, you put in more, you put in more. You start small with what you have, because at the end of the day, it will build your experience. It will build your acumen. It will allow you to see, hey, bonds are not as risky as what I think it is. It's not as complicated as what I think it is. But you start. Don't be a spectator. Be a practitioner. And not just a practitioner. Try to make money off of it as well, because I'm telling you, this is not something that's high risk, but you will still get a rate of return that's better than banks as well. So I hope you guys got a lot from all of this. The links are down below on how you can open an account with First Metro Securities and how you can actually buy retail treasury bonds as well. Comment below if you have more questions about bonds. Comment below if you want me to make this also a series and make a continuing video set on this. But if you guys learned a lot, I hope you did. Comment, I'm learning. And if you're new to this channel, super appreciated if you can subscribe. Super appreciated if you can like, comment, and hit the bell so you get updated every time I create videos like this. So this is Marvin Guillermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.